How happy would you be if you never had to pay for gas or groceries ever again? Here's your chance. 2 winners each will receive free gas and groceries for a lifetime in the Gas and Groceries for Life raffle, presented by Thomas J. Henry. Free gas, free groceries, 2 winners. All net proceeds benefit elementary school children and local food banks. So get rolling, hit the gas, and purchase your raffle tickets at gasandgroceриesforlife.com today.
Pickle, it's time to roll out the Week 7 Dave Campbell's Texas Football Associated Press State Rankings. Of course, Dave Campbell's Texas Football has been the official rankings provider of the Associated Press since 2019. And so we're the official Texas high school football rankings of record. If you ever see a team mentioned as like number 9 or whatever, it's these rankings. So that's what this is. So we are going to roll out the rankings. As I mentioned off the top, there's a few changes, but it's a lot of chalk. We'll get into it. Let's start with Class 6A. Here's a perfect example. The top 10, there's a one low-key change that maybe you can notice, and that is at number 10, Arlington Martin nudges into the top 10. Moving up from number 11. The rest of it unchanged. North Shore, Westlake, South Lake Carroll, Duncanville, and Katy are your top 5. But Martin moves up to number 10. That is because we got 11 through 25. Highland Park drops from number 10 to number 12 after a bit of a scare from Dallas Jesuit. They drop below DeSoto and below Arlington Martin. The rest of it relatively unchanged with the exception. Number 22, Jersey Village drops out. Klein Collins, Byron Nelson, North Crowley nudge up a spot to number 22 through number 24 respectively. And new to the rankings, number 25, the Bulldogs of Humble Summer Creek. They get a big win over Humble. Big game this week against number 1 Galena Park North Shore. 5A we go. 5A Division 1. A few different changes here. Richmond Foster loses a heartbreaker to Magnolia West. We keep them in the rankings. They drop from number 6 to number 10. But as a result, there's a few movements here. College Station leapfrogs Port Arthur Memorial to grab the number 4 spot, and Port Arthur Memorial down to number 5. Frisco Reedy up a spot to number 8, or number 7 rather. Amarillo Tascosa up a spot to number 8. Lancaster up a spot to number 9. But the top 10 unchanged. The top 3 remain the same. Longview, Mansfield, Timberview, and Denton Ryan. 5A Division 2 we go, where Colleyville Heritage has lost to Grapevine, drops them out of the rankings. And for Grapevine's spot, they leapfrog from number 8 to number 5 in the rankings with their big win. Top 4 remains unchanged in Argyle, Liberty Hill, Fort Bend, Marshall, and Texas High. Montgomery Lake Creek up a spot with their big wild win, or rather they remain the same with their wild win over Montgomery. Wichita Falls Ryder and San Antonio Alamo Heights were both idle, but they move up a spot because Colleyville Heritage drops out. And back into the rankings, number 10, the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears. Even their record at 3-3, starting to figure things out. To 4A we go. 4A, big changes at the bottom. Top 7 are unchanged in Stephenville, China Spring, Cal Allen, Bernie, Anna, Salina, and Lumberton. Kaufman up 2 spots despite being idle, but because of Somerset and Brownwood's losses. And new to the rankings, number 9, the Eagles of Canyon crack the top 10 with their number 9 with their win last week over Andrews. And Lindale back into the rankings at number 10 with their win over Athens. They are 4-2 on the year. To 4A Division 2 we go. Pretty similar in the sense that there's a couple of changes, especially at the bottom. Number 3, Wichita Falls Hershey with a rather puzzling loss to Decatur.
Yeah.
They drop from number 3 to number 8 as a result. Everyone, as a result, kind of nudges up a spot. Pleasant Grove's up a spot. Cuero's up a spot. Silsbee's up a spot. Belleville's up a spot. Wimberley's up a spot. Hampshire Fin and Center both lose. That opens up 2 spots. Into those spots, number 9, Glen Rose grabs the 9th spot. And Aubrey, the Chaparrals, grab the number 10 spot with a drubbing of Gainesville. 3A Division 1, chalk. Top 10 entirely unchanged, 1 through 10. No changes to be seen. Everyone was a winner or idle. Top 3 unchanged, Franklin, Mount Vernon, and Columbus. 3A Division 2, chalk. Top 10 completely unchanged. Everybody either a winner or idle. And the top 3 remains unchanged. Gunner, Holiday, and Newton. Big matchup this week. Number 1, Gunner against number 4, Bells. 2A Division 1, chalk. Everyone was a winner or idle. Top 10 remains entirely unchanged. Top 3 is the same as well. Timpson, Hawley, and Crawford are the top 3 teams. Huge game this week between number 6 Coleman and number 9 Toller. 2A Division 2. Chalk! That's right. A lot of idols here. 6 of the teams were Wellington, Wink, Chilton, Price, Carlisle, Albany, and Granger were all idle. But the rest of them were winners. The top 3 remain unchanged. Mart, Burton, and Wellington are your top 3. To 1A Division 1.
Oh, hang on. Boom.
Chalk! Everyone remains the same. Everyone behaved. Top 10 unchanged entirely. The top 3 remain the same. Abbott, Westbrook, and May were the top 3. 1A Division 2.
Say the word.
Changes.
Oh.
How about this?
How about that?
Jayton loses. As a result, they crash out of the rankings. Benjamin beats Lorraine. But I'm of the belief that Benjamin's the clear number 1 team in the state, and Lorraine was relatively competitive with them, so they drop just 1 spot to number 6. Oglesby now into the top 5 with their win. Whit Harrell leapfrogs Paducah with their win over Nazareth. That was impressive. Paducah loses to Follett 62-60. It's also a pretty good D1 team, so we don't punish Paducah. We just kind of leapfrog a team. They had an opportunity to move up, and they just won't. And then new to the rankings, that's number 8, Jayton crashes out of the rankings. New to the rankings, the Wildcats of Rising Star are 5-1 after their win over Woodson. They are new to the rankings, maybe for the first time ever. And to the private school ranks we go. The top 5, big changes. Dallas Christian loses to rival Fort Worth Christian. They crash out of the 11-man rankings. But as a result, Regents moves up, Houston St. Thomas moves up, and Episcopal School of Dallas moves up. And new to the rankings at number 5, the team that beat Dallas Christian, number 5 Fort Worth Christian Cardinals, an impressive win over their arch rival. And in the 6-man ranks, there's some changes there as well. Lucas Christian, Plano Coram Deo loses. That moves Lucas Christian up a spot. We keep Fort Worth Covenant Classical at number 5. And new to the rankings at number 4 for the first time, Baytown Christian, the Bulldogs, get a big win over Brazosport Christian. They are 6-0. So there they are, your Week 7 Dave Campbell's Texas Football Associated Press rankings. You can find the complete rankings at texasfootball.com/rankings.